know that your thoughts are pulling them in, it might sound like a lie to you because they are still acting distant. You feel lonely and irritated because you have tried every other technique to get them back, but still, the reality is not changing. If this sounds like your situation, then this video will definitely change the way you see your reality. It is because I am going to introduce a concept to you that has helped me, and I think it will definitely help you too. When you understand it fully, all your doubts will vanish, and it will become easier for you to get in the state of the wish fulfilled that Neville talked about in his lectures. You exist right now in a vast multiverse filled with infinite parallel realities where every possible outcome of your life plays out simultaneously without end. In one of these realities, your specific person loves you more deeply than ever and reaches out to you every single day with passion and commitment that feels brand new yet familiar at the same time. In another reality, they remain distant and uninterested, but that version holds no power over you unless you choose to stay conscious of it through your thoughts and feelings. Neville Goddard revealed that consciousness itself is the only true reality, and all these parallel worlds represent different states of awareness that you shift between effortlessly based on what dominates your mind and heart. Your current experience of separation comes from occupying a reality shaped by thoughts of loss and doubt, but the loving reality waits patiently for you to claim it as your dominant one. This understanding transforms everything because it means you do not need to change them or force circumstances, since all versions of your relationship already exist across the infinite spectrum of possibilities. By changing your dominant state, you simply select and step into the parallel reality where they adore you completely and act from that place of deep connection without any hesitation or delay. Neville emphasized that imagination creates reality. So when you persistently imagine from the end result, you align your consciousness with the parallel world where that end has already become your lived truth. Your dominant state of being works like a precise selector switch, determining which parallel reality becomes your ongoing experience in the physical world day after day. When thoughts of loneliness, irritation, and rejection dominate your mind, you naturally occupy and reinforce parallel realities that mirror those exact feelings through their distant behavior and lack of contact. However, when you deliberately choose thoughts of fulfillment, security, and unbreakable love as your dominant focus, your consciousness shifts seamlessly into parallel realities where they pursue you, actively express remorse for past distance, and rebuild the relationship stronger than before with genuine enthusiasm. Neville Goddard taught that you must live in the end, meaning you embody the feelings and assumptions from the desired parallel reality right now, as if it represents your true current state, regardless of what your senses currently show. This dominant state impresses itself deeply into your subconscious mind, which then orchestrates bridges of incidents, subtle events, and synchronicities that transport you fully into that chosen reality over time. The key lies in persistence, because the more you dwell in the state of the wish fulfilled, the more solid that parallel reality becomes until it overtakes and replaces your old experience completely. Neville Goddard described the state of the wish fulfilled as the powerful inner condition where you feel your desire as already accomplished, shifting your awareness directly into its matching parallel reality without any need for outer validation or proof. Enter this state by relaxing deeply, especially before sleep, and constructing vivid imaginal scenes that imply complete union, such as waking up to their loving text message or feeling their arms around you in warm reconciliation. With words of deep apology and renewed commitment, make these scenes sensory rich, including the tone of their voice, the scent of their presence, the relief in your heart, and the natural joy that flows through you as everything falls perfectly into place. In this state, all doubts dissolve because you experience the quiet certainty that they belong to you fully and forever, just as in the parallel reality where this truth manifests outwardly. Neville instructed repeating such scenes nightly in the state akin to sleep until they feel more real and natural than your current circumstances, impressing the new state so deeply that your subconscious accepts it as the dominant one. This practice aligns your entire being with the loving parallel reality, pulling it into focus as your everyday life transforms step by step. Traditional techniques often fail to deliver lasting results because they do not address the dominant state, anchoring you firmly in unwanted parallel realities of separation and pain, despite your efforts. You might repeat affirmations or visualize sporadically, but if your overall thoughts, emotions, and self-talk remain dominated by lack, desperation, and irritation, Those forces keep selecting realities where they stay distant and unresponsive, reinforcing the cycle endlessly. Neville warned that trying to change the outer world while ignoring your inner dominant state simply maintains the status quo, since your consciousness filters all experience through whatever state holds the most power in your mind. The parallel realities concept explains this perfectly because infinite versions of your person exist, each reflecting a different state you have occupied in the past, but only your current dominant state determines which one appears as real right now. Shifting requires total commitment to new assumptions like they love me deeply, miss me constantly, and return to me naturally, because your subconscious responds only to what you accept as true persistently over time. Begin transforming your reality today by consciously choosing your dominant state every morning upon waking with the firm assumption that you already live in the parallel reality of complete union and harmony. Feel the deep peace and excitement of knowing they reached out first, full of love and regret, ready to make everything right again, letting that feeling wash over you completely as your new normal. Throughout the day, when old thoughts of doubt or distance arise, gently redirect your mind back to this dominant state by silently affirming truths from the wish-fulfilled reality, such as, "They adore me," and "We build our future together joyfully." Practice short mental loops of fulfillment scenes during quiet moments, like them calling you with a warm voice, saying they cannot stop thinking about you and want to see you right away. Making these feel natural and inevitable, Neville stressed that consistency builds the momentum needed to stabilize in the new parallel reality. So commit to this inner work without wavering, even if outer signs lag behind initially. Over days, your natural state evolves, pulling you deeper into the loving reality, where their actions match your dominant assumptions perfectly. Implement a strict mental diet to protect and strengthen your dominant state by catching every negative thought about them and immediately flipping it to its positive opposite, drawn directly from the wish-fulfilled parallel reality. For example, if a thought of their distance enters your mind, counter it instantly with, "They feel my absence deeply. They reach out to me lovingly. They commit fully to us. They do it right now in this reality." This discipline trains your mind to dwell only in thoughts that select harmonious realities, preventing old states from regaining dominance. Neville taught that your inner conversations shape reality, so speak to yourself throughout the day as the version of you who already possesses their love, using phrases like, "I love how they show up for me every day with such devotion and passion." Avoid all outer checks like social media or mutual friends that could pull you back into separation states, and instead, immerse fully in the inner world of fulfillment where infinite loving possibilities await your selection. Each evening, dedicate time to the state akin to sleep technique, which Neville recommended as the most powerful method for shifting to desired parallel realities through deep subconscious impression. Lie down comfortably, close your eyes, relax your body completely, and loop a single short scene from the wish-fulfilled reality, such as them embracing you tightly, whispering they love you more than ever and never want to be apart again. Experience it in first person with full sensory detail, including the softness of their touch, the rhythm of their breathing, the sincerity in their words, and the profound relief filling your heart until drowsiness overtakes you while still immersed in the scene. If you're struggling to pick the perfect short scene for your next SAT session, don't worry, I've got you covered. Starting next week in January, grab my exclusive SAT script collections, ready-made, sensory-packed scenes that pull you straight into the wish fulfilled. Vivid details, emotional depth, zero guesswork, all yours for less than your daily coffee. This nightly practice cements the new dominant state because your subconscious accepts imaginal acts performed in this relaxed borderland between wakefulness and sleep as actual experiences, selecting matching parallel realities to unfold in your life. Persist without fail, and soon subtle shifts appear, like intuitive feelings of closeness or unexpected signs confirming your successful move to the loving reality. Doubts and resistance naturally arise as your old dominant state fights to maintain control, but treat them as temporary signals to reaffirm your choice of the wish-fulfilled reality even more strongly and persistently. Neville explained that the outer world lags behind inner changes because bridges of incidents take time to form, but feeling the wish fulfilled now, regardless of appearances, accelerates the shift across parallel realities. Remind yourself constantly that infinite realities exist simultaneously, so any delay simply means you occupy a transitional state, soon to dissolve into the dominant one of union. When impatience creeps in, return to the core truth that your dominant state alone controls selection and persistence guarantees arrival in the reality where they love you devotedly. Release all attachment to how or when, trusting your subconscious to arrange perfect circumstances from the infinite possibilities available. Strengthen faith in the process by first applying the dominant state shift to small desires like receiving a positive sign from them or a moment of inner peace about the relationship. Watching these manifest quickly to prove the parallel realities, respond reliably. Once confident, scale up to the full reality of reconciliation, embodying the calm, joyful version of yourself who knows their love surrounds you completely in every moment. Neville lived this principle, manifesting vast changes in his own life through unwavering assumption, so claim the same power now for your love story. Surround your environment with reminders of the wish-fulfilled state through notes, journals, or audio loops reinforcing thoughts like, I dwell happily in the reality of our deep, loving connection every day. This consistent immersion builds momentum, making the shift feel effortless and natural over time. Fully embody the you from the parallel reality of union by acting, speaking, and moving through life with the confidence, security, and quiet joy of someone deeply loved and cherished without question. Dress, nurture yourself, and interact with others as this magnetic version, drawing in experiences that match your dominant state perfectly, while your person responds from the reflection of your new assumption. Self-love practices amplify this because when you treat yourself as worthy of profound devotion, they mirror that treatment back in increasingly obvious ways. Notice how your energy shifts, attracting synchronicities like hearing their name unexpectedly or feeling sudden waves of connection, confirming the quantum jump underway. Over weeks, this becomes your default reality, transforming past pain into a distant memory, replaced by daily experiences of harmony, passion, and commitment. Structure your day around maintaining the dominant wish-fulfilled state, starting mornings with 10 minutes of feeling their love is already real, breathing deeply into scenes of togetherness that set your tone positively. Midday check-ins involve quick affirmations and mini visualizations, keeping separation thoughts at bay, while evenings end with sats, solidifying the impression overnight. Track your progress inwardly, noting increased peace, reduced reactivity, and natural assumptions of union as signs of successful reality selection. Combine this with physical acts aligned to the new state, like preparing your space for their return or enjoying activities that evoke fulfillment, joy to bridge inner and outer worlds seamlessly. Neville promised that those who dwell in the end see it harden into fact, so embrace this routine as your pathway to effortless love. Understand that time operates as an illusion within parallel realities where all potentials coexist eternally. So feeling your desire now collapses the chosen reality into experience without true delay. Neville taught ignoring clock time and focusing solely on state persistence because the subconscious arranges timing perfectly once impressed deeply enough. Celebrate every inner victory as outer facts follow, inevitably drawn by your dominant focus. Tonight, revise your most painful memory into one of loving reconciliation from the wish-fulfilled reality, looping it in sats until sleep claims you in that dominant state. Tomorrow, greet each moment with the knowing that you now inhabit the parallel reality of their devoted, return-watching life, conform beautifully, persist faithfully because this concept unlocks infinite power, making your loving reality your permanent home forever. I hope this video helped you in some way. I will meet you with another video soon. Happy manifesting!